Morning, Wood.
Morning, Wood to you.
We didn't even coordinate. This is how it. Our mind just flows between us.
In our defense, you've got kind of red.
Well, washed many times.
Oh, that's true.
Actually, I think it used to be your red.
I've got the
back in the day.
More of the
well, let's talk about what's on the inside.
Red.
What does that translate to?
There's only one thing it can translate to.
So,
but it's one of those ones you have to stare at for a while to figure out what's going on there.
You think? I don't know. I think I got it pretty quick.
Oh, when I wear it in the wild, well, yeah.
Well, I guess if you're walking by and it's like just in passing. I mean, I've had a chance to really stare at it.
Just keep.
That was LIB, right? That what you bought
eyes
for
up,
LIB?
pal. Eyes up.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Don't you worry about it.
I did.
In fact, if I can go past your face, I'd be fine.
I think I wore this at LIB. I'm sure I did. It was.
I mean, you bought it for
I
that.
bought it for
yeah,
LIB,
because you bought all those.
So Jurassic Pork.
Yeah, so I watched Jurassic Park for the first time. Jurassic Pork, they can orgasm for 30 minutes, right?
Not the porn, not the porn parody. Yeah, right. Pigs can orgasm for 30 minutes. Yeah, no, Jurassic Park.
So watched it for the first time. Our audience and HD have been on me. First of all, you chided me mercilessly for never having seen it, which I don't blame you. I mean, I'm a Steven Spielberg fan from way back, and I don't know how I missed it. But I will say it's not his best effort, in my opinion. I did enjoy the thrill ride part of it. It almost seemed like he was trying to create a theme park ride with the whole movie.
The whole movie? Okay, yeah. I saw it in the theater first run. And,
yeah. I bet it looked great on the big screen. The sound, though.
Oh, yeah, you gotta say where we saw it at.
HD Sex Cave. Which there was no sex to be had.
The Sex Cave. You know, I might go with that one. How about the Pussy Parlor? If this is the Pussy Palace, that's
Pussy
the
Parlor's fine, yeah.
Anyway,
yeah.
I set up a home theater in my little outer room with pillows, and it's really...
It's very comfortable. I mean,
you can all come over.
If you could see a movie like that, I highly recommend it. It was really comfortable.
We got the popcorn and the jalapenos.
And I didn't fall asleep, so I guess the movie was. Yeah, we got popcorn. That's true, and that was really fun.
But it is one of those movies that you have to see either on the big screen or in a setting like mine, which is a full sound. It is one of the few movies where I don't want to say scared, but the the T-Rex on the big screen with that sound. Yeah. It was just intense for me when I saw it first. I think it's one of its genre. It's one of my favorite movies. I absolutely love it. It's cheesy at times, but
acting was great. I loved all the actors in it. I will say I was really disappointed. I felt like Jeff Goldblum coming on strong, and then the last third of the movie, he's basically just laid up and looking bewildered into the camera.
I wonder if they knew that they were going to make him a spoiler alert. Somewhat of a prominent piece of the second film.
Well, I'm assuming they were aware they were going to make a second film because of that Barbasol.
And so they thought, he's going to get his time or something, but...
And that was the other part. It was like, it was just too convenient. He all of a sudden has to leave, and he's driving in the rain, shuts all the power off so he can get out. Just at that very moment.
Spoiler alert!
If you haven't seen it yet, you shouldn't be watching a show that says Morningwood Reviews Jurassic Park.
That's right. Well, then put spoiler alert in.
I will. I will. That's a good idea.
Are you meaning to say that the movie is unbelievable? Mr. Superhero Marvel?
I know. I just think, we were talking about, he talked about chaos theory. That wasn't chaos. That was someone manipulating the environment that created the downhill slide. And I would have... the premise, the setup was that just because you could do it, should you do it? And, technology, oh my God, those computers. Seeing a row of those boxy Apple
And that was only
Macs.
1995, 6, right? Mid-90s?
It's just show. I mean, this stuff, we're not...
Oh, God, we went so fast, so far after that. Well,
we did.
First of all, the movie has nothing to do with the premise behind the story, which, to me... No scientists would say it is, but I think it's so believable. I bought into the logic that they took you through.
I love the cartoon.
Yeah.
That was so much fun. I got to give Spielberg props for that one.
Well,
or Crichton, whoever
Crichton,
yeah,
would you at least give the book movie the fact that this is a brilliant idea?
Oh well, Crichton was great at that. He was
how
a master.
to take the blood of a mosquito, and it's really fascinating.
Remember Andromeda Strain?
Oh,
that was his first.
Yeah, I loved that.
But yeah, he was really good at figuring out. There was another writer back in the '60s who wrote books that become movies, and he was really good at figuring out great concepts like that. But he was really bad at writing.
The Believable, Unbelievable. Minority Report was like that in my mind.
No, that was a great movie.
And that one to me, where you go, huh? Could technology ever take us there?
Yeah.
So. I mean, he's the greatest.
Yeah,
really, and then of course it was a very Spielberg-esque. Got the kids involved. It was something. It was a kind of family-orientated horror. Wow. Yeah. Would you call it horror?
I wouldn't call it horror, but yeah, suspense.
Yeah.
I bet it was more. Well, I will say, it seemed. I mean, it's old. It seemed dated. I mean, I wonder what they do. I mean, now you do CGI. I mean, I don't know how they. I mean, the dinosaurs look like they were.
I didn't see. Of course, I'm not into that whole. Yeah. I don't watch a whole lot, but I think that even today they're like, not. They don't look like Star Wars of the '70s. I mean,
no, they don't.
It was pretty decent. Yeah. I don't know what they would do more to make them more believable.
Yeah, no, you're probably right. Maybe. I probably was just being. Yeah, no, I think I'm going to go on your side on that one.
But
no, I was very enjoying. I stayed awake the whole time, and it was late night.
Great, right? I mean, the cleverness, and then of course my favorite line. There are a lot of good lines from the movie, but "Life Finds a Way."
Yeah.
It's just a powerful. It gets me right here because I think it is, and I use it on more optimistic and not in a dinosaurs eating people way. But
is there another way?
Well, the "Life Finds a Way" is for me. I take it to mean that my own life, what's happened, I will find a way to make my life. I just have that faith that things are gonna work out.
Me too. Look at ta-da!
Exactly. Well, already
we are proof positive that thinking works.
My ex used to hate, when I would say it's gonna be okay. That was her hated line. But it's a similar type of thing, which is, you know what? We're gonna figure this out, and you can apply it to COVID. You can apply it to the riots. Everything. I know there's a nihilistic attitude out there right now, and I want to believe that no. Ultimately, we're going to get through this like the Great Depression got through. Like we
you
got
don't
through
think listening to Dateline every day
never mind
creates a nihilistic impression of the world?
The what?
Listening to Dateline and Keith every day creates a nihilistic impression of the world. Like
it's funny you say that because they don't. I don't know if they've ever done one where at the end they go, and the verdict is not guilty. They're always guilty, and so that suspense in that, I'm like. So there's like justice in the world. They at the end the good guy wins, the bad guy doesn't win, whatever that is. They do tend to make that. And so,
somebody, of course, has died already, but
well, that's
they're not feeling too optimistic right now. But
well, it reminds me because people will say this, and I could imagine they go, well, at least now like when they find the body and the person, now you've gotten closure.
Yeah.
And if I hear that closure one more time, no, you don't get closure over losing your loved one. There is no closure to that. No.
No, that's somebody who hasn't lost a loved one saying shit like that.
Back to Jurassic Park.
Yes. So
a question for you.
Yes.
There are, I think 5 more, maybe 6. I think 6
really
total.
That many?
At least
he did another one. Didn't
no,
he?
I think
not the next one, but he did another one.
Well,
Spielberg. I know he produced all of them.
They did 3 of the first one, and then they reset and did Jurassic World, and they did 2 of those. I think just 2 of those.
So they actually end up making a park. I mean, it actually comes to fruition. I know. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, I guess that isn't too spoiler, but
I don't think I'm gonna. Well, I might see the next one. Is the next one good?
No, the next 2. Even the fact that Goldblum's in it, to me, in my point, now you might be Bizarre World, you might love them.
Yeah.
We're like, nah. I didn't really get into them. Now I love, and then the 3rd one with Tia Leone, even though I think she's very attractive.
Yes.
In the movie, and it got panned, and it was like a big bust.
Yeah.
So then they decided to do one again. But then when they got Ron Howard's daughter, excuse me, whatever.
Oh yeah.
Something Howard. I thought that, and I haven't seen the second one of that. But I thought they did. Bryce, very good. See, God, you're so amazing at that. I thought I really enjoyed the reboot on that, and I got to see the second one. In fact, maybe I'll rent that in my thing too. So,
but it was a great place to watch a movie.
Like yeah. So I'm going to be curious to know, why did you skip to World? Because you're right. Sorry, turn this off if you don't want to hear it, because I'm confirming something. Yes, they do turn it into an actual amusement park.
Wow.
Yeah, they didn't learn that lesson.
Yeah.
Apparently.
4 times over. It's like, wow. Well, it's such a good concept. I can see why they would keep raping it.
They didn't get to the amusement park until World, because that's what it was.
Well, I'm assuming the second one was the aftermath of that Barbasol can falling into the muck.
I may have fallen asleep during the third one. It dealt with more of the stuff going on, the aftermath and the stuff going on the island. And at some point, I guess, they busted out and got to the mainland, or a different land.
Anyway. We decided I'm Ebert and you're Siskel. Does anybody even know who the fuck they are? I hope you do.
Are we going to do it now, though?
Yeah.
Oh, would you give it a thumbs up?
I would go, yeah.
Okay.
If I stay awake and enjoyed myself,
that's your barometer for a good movie.
I mean, a 1996 movie, I got to put myself in a 1996 state of mind.
So, quick words. You said good acting. You stayed
was
awake.
I felt like it was a little bit, I don't like movies that make it. They have all of a sudden these kind of, things that happen to leap forward in the script.
So there was continuity. They actually made it. There was a good script. Okay.
Yeah, continuity was good, but it was mainly the Wayne Knight part. I thought, but they must have realized that. They set up for the second movie in the beginning of the first movie.
Right. Well, the Wayne Knight part, it bothered me too, only because I wanted that movie to be even more perfect. Mm-hmm. But.
And why would they have someone with such a messy desk? And he was just a little bit too.
He's such a good character.
He is. He's a good character actor. He is
phenomenal. And yet
a real heavyweight, as they would say.
I will do this in movies. In my mind, they're going, "You have 15 minutes to get down here," and I'm already thinking, "Okay, it's been an hour." So I'm like, he's already so. The logic behind, you happen to have that winch, and how do you get out of the? So. You're right. That scene, I wanted it to be more believable, and I almost wanted him to succeed in some way. I don't know,
or at least see him get eaten. I mean,
Well, I know we got to see the lawyer get eaten.
Yeah.
Now,
of course, the lawyer's the first one to get eaten. I'm sorry. Spoiler alert again.
I was a scrawny dude, though. I may have taken up a little bit too much time to see Wayne Knight getting eaten. Sorry, Wayne. I know you've lost a lot of weight, and you look a lot better now.
Does he? I haven't seen him. Is he still alive?
He's still alive. Did lose weight.
Good for him.
One of those ones like Jonah Hill where you're like going, God, I kind of liked you with a few pounds on you.
Oh.
You look too good now.
Jonah Hill, he's a good actor. I haven't seen him in a while. We have to watch Moneyball.
Wonderful. In that room?
Yeah. Well, whatever. Well, I have not watched. Okay. I haven't watched TV in the living room in ages, so I've totally switched to iPad.
I'll watch any movie in that room.
Yeah. Well, it's very comfortable.
And you're all invited.
Yes. Come on down. Bring your own pillows, though.
So we'll be getting to the Godfather series in a little.
And they say 2 was better than 1, as I recall. That was the only time where they said the sequel was better than the original.
I would probably agree with that. I don't put Godfather in that class of just the greatest movies ever. It's good.
Yeah. But that whole period of
give me Goodfellas. I'll get Goodfellas every day, all day long.
Yeah,
Run circles around all 3 of the Godfather movies. Sorry, but yeah.
Okay.
But on the
there
next,
you have it. Yeah.
HD and Bobby.
All right.
2 tongues up. We'll do porn.
Oh, tongues up. I like that.
How about porn reviews? We give 2 enthusiastic tongues up.
Okay, we're going to do that. In fact, I got a porn I want to show you. I think you're going to like the gal.
That's more like our stuff.
Call Me Daddy.
Oh! I can't wait to see that review.